Steam Deck launched their OLED. No, Valve launched their OLED Steam Decks. We got them.
Amazon's gonna Optimus Prime your shipping.
And Nvidia is gonna discontinue the GPUs nobody bought, or you did, I don't know, but they're done. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your
I'm
host.
Kyle.
We're gonna get over the hottest tech news. It ruined me. We're gonna go over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Friday, November 17th, 2023. Hey, don't pay attention to whatever we were saying earlier, because I totally forgot to announce the fact that we do have the giveaway for this Height Y70 4090 PC build 14700K. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Look at it. This is happening at 3 p.m. Eastern over on our Twitch channel. We're going to be drawing the winner. Don't forget to come tune in and join us. We'd love to have you over there. One of the hottest tech items that launched yesterday was the Steam Deck OLED that officially popped up on Valve's page. People were able to buy it as of 1 p.m. Eastern, and it turns out that they had the same exact issues that they had 2 years ago when the Steam Deck originally launched, where there was what?
Something came out and the website didn't work?
Oh my goodness. So the payment processing issues, checkout issues. At one point, we had it tell us that things were wrong. Then we had it tell us that the limited edition was out of stock. Then we had it tell us that we had tried to make too many purchases, so it wasn't gonna allow us to do it. And then finally, after 35 minutes, we wasted over half an hour of trying to buy the limited edition Steam Deck. We finally got our hands on it. This is exactly what it was like back when the original Steam Deck launched. Also, it's exactly what it was like when Valve tried to stream the spec announcement of the Steam Deck. They just could not handle the people coming to their servers. For a company whose entire job is to sell things to the customer, the fact that they can't get it right, I don't know, man.
Why is it still so hard to buy sought after things online? What's happening?
I don't know. So it turns out that it was just like the first 30 minutes was a huge old glitchy hiccup.
Yeah, and then
for
all
them.
of a sudden, like, it just switched.
They flicked whatever switch they needed to flick, and now you can still buy them. So they, as of right now, as of the time of recording, 3 to 5 business days on both the 512 gig and 1 terabyte models, and then also 2 to 4 weeks on the limited edition. This thing's still available. It went out of stock while I was trying to buy it, and now it's back in stock, which is nice to see. I'm gonna refresh one more time. Yeah, you can get these puppies.
I feel like they switched everything to say out of stock for like a couple minutes just to get people to
back off.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little strange, but we will have videos coming out on the Steam Deck OLED, so mark your calendars for that. This weekend we have videos coming out on the Legion Go and the PlayStation Portal.
The Legion Go? Like a cut?
Yes.
Nice.
We're gonna cut to today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by ProtoArc and their travel combo. Now, I've been no stranger to ProtoArc's devices. They make up all of the peripherals that I use here at my hot news desk. But this is a great combo if you're looking to get outside of your office, potentially go and work remotely, go and work in a hotel, or even at a cafe, because you have their XK01 tri-fold keyboard. This thing folds up into a compact package, making it very easy to transport on the go. But it's a full-size layout keyboard complete with a numpad, allowing you to have full functionality even when you're out and about. It charges via USB-C, has fantastic battery life, and can connect up to 3 devices at once. And then you can also pair that with their hub mouse, which is a great portable mouse because of its small form factor, but also because it has a 3-in-1 dongle solution hidden within the body of the mouse. With the Type-C hub, you have a whole set of options at your disposal, like being able to fast charge with the power delivery on the USB-C here, getting 4K HDMI out, as well as USB 3.0. So you can hook this up to an iPad, to your laptop, make it so that you can have a bunch of functionality all within a mouse. And when you put the two together, you get a great portable combo. This gives you a lot of expandable options for whatever device you're connecting this to. And then this allows you to have a full keyboard option for wherever you happen to be. And you can even hook them up to something like the Lenovo Legion Go, especially when you have this in kickstand mode like this. Hooking up the ProtoArc mouse and keyboard allows you to get going, being able to be productive, but also potentially game, especially if you want to use a full-size keyboard for that. So you can check out ProtoArc's XK01 folding keyboard at the link in the video description. You can also check out the ProtoArc hub mouse down below as well. They're great devices for you to be able to use out and about. They can easily go into your backpack wherever. The keyboard folds up nicely. The mouse is slim and sleek, making sure not to take up too much room. Big thanks to ProtoArc for sponsoring today's video. You can check out both of these devices, the travel combo, down below in the description. Well, if you're traveling with the Legion Go and you bring the ProtoArc accessories with you, you likely don't need this thing. The Athlon 3000G. It's AMD's latest new chip to get a budget makeover. That's what it looks like now. That's the new box. This thing has Vega graphics, but you might remember they kind of have legacy graphics, the Vega graphics. They're not really supporting them anymore.
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of all of that branding and they're making it so it comes with a new cooler, but it's the same exact chip that they launched back in 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. That's the way it used to be. So that's the box art it used to be. That's the cooler it used to come with. No longer. It comes with a Race Stealth now, and then you got a pretty box. Look at that.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like reverting.
No, this is how things were. And in case you want to know how it performs, I did a video on this. Yep, February 2020, the 3000G, in case you care. And speaking of old things from 2020 that I thought I forgot about, Quibi.
Quibi!
Let's talk about it for a second because there's a new app that has exactly the same formula, but turns out is having success. Record downloads and revenue this month.
What'd they do different?
My guess is they did not spend $1 bajillion on celebrity advertisement. They aren't confusing. Like the first advertising that I saw for Quibi was a YouTube video titled "What is Quibi?" and it was a bunch of celebrities. They got one of the Williams sisters in there and a whole bunch of other people being the joke was they were guessing what Quibi is. And then it was like, tune in to find out what Quibi is. And it never made any sense. Never really worked from a marketing perspective. This one's called Real Short because guess what? It's real short videos you're gonna be watching. Oh, but it has record app downloads on Saturday, hitting 326,000, and it turns out it's making more money than ever. But it seems like their strategy is not to spend money on their content. Their content is the Alpha's daughter, My Enemy Alpha.
What?
Fated to my forbidden alpha.
What is this? Why are the alphas?
The double life of my billionaire husband. Never divorced a secret billionaire heiress. Big bad husband, please wake up.
No way.
Yeah.
Is this free?
So it's free to watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and then you have to pay to continue to watch them with in-app currencies. So they are seeing record downloads and record revenue. So people are paying to watch them. On average, they are getting $2 per download when Quibi only saw 73 cents. They are nearly 3 times better revenue than Quibi, and my guess is infinitely more likely to be profitable.
I wonder how this is gonna go moving forward. These shows seem terrible,
Oh,
but
I mean, this seems like the smut books that like people read, but in video form. Like this is like a slutty version of a Hallmark movie.
feels like it's all Darman videos.
and like this lends itself so easily to like YouTube commentary videos that like people will download it to check it out. My guess is like you're gonna start seeing these pop up and like a
Cody Ko's gonna be having these.
Exactly. Yeah. Let us know if you guys ever check out Real Short.
I think I'm gonna check it out.
And you might want to check out GeForce Now because it got a big update in that you can now sync your Xbox account directly with GeForce Now. It used to be that you could play Xbox games, but it wasn't like a firmly synced thing with your Xbox account. Now it does, and so it'll register if you have Game Pass and it'll allow you to play all the games that you have on your Xbox account. And one of the best things is that Xbox Game Pass titles have now passed 100 on GeForce Now. They're like slowly rolling them out. So if you have PC Game Pass, you log into GeForce Now, you should be able to play a bunch of games via cloud streaming very easily. This is a nice solid update.
Where does that put Game Pass Ultimate? Because wasn't that the whole point of Game Pass Ultimate was that you could cloud stream Game Pass games?
So this is part of their whole, like, they get to buy Activision Blizzard. They're not locking down cloud streaming to just their own platform. The whole reason the countries were saying you can't do it wasn't because they were like, you can't make games with them. It was the cloud streaming side of things that they were getting called out to be a monopoly for. Not for the regular games, for cloud streaming. So they had to make deals with Nvidia. They had to make deals with other companies to make sure that Xbox games could be streamed on other platforms.
Interesting.
Reece, better bring us some interesting deals.
Yo, welcome back to UFD Deals, bringing the hottest tech deals out on the internet. And today we're starting off with this TCL S3 40-inch 1080p smart TV, going for only $99.99, making it $130 off. We can't even look at a TV for $99 here in South Africa. But then next up, we have the Fractal Design Meshify 2 XL ATX case, available in black for only $134.99, making it $70 off for one of the best case lineups currently out. And then of course we have the Asus ROG Ally, the AMD Z1 Extreme version version with 512 gigs of storage going for only $619.99, making it $80 off and only $20 more expensive than the Z1 version that shouldn't exist. And last but not least, we're taking a look at something special thanks to our friends and channel sponsors Jawa with this Ryzen gaming PC from Interwave PCs, featuring a Ryzen 5 3600, an RTX 2080 8 gigs, 16 gigs of DDR4 and a 1TB SSD, all fit into a black Montec Air 100 PC case, which you can pick up for only $720, but don't forget, if it's your first time buying from Jawa, you can use code UFD10 for $10 off your first purchase. And once again, thanks to Jawa for letting us take a look at these, and don't forget you can find the links to these and more in the video description down below. But until next time, I'm gonna hand you off back to Brett and them for the rest of your hot news. Cheers.
All right, Reece, get me an affiliate link for this. That is Amazon and a Hyundai car. Amazon's partnering up with Hyundai to start selling vehicles on the platform. So as of this year, they're gonna start listing vehicles, so you can go check out, peruse the latest Hyundai vehicle that you want. A Hyundai? No. But as of next year, you're gonna start be able to buy them and have them either picked up at the dealership or delivered straight to your door. This is going to work with local dealerships, Amazon interfacing with them and essentially just being a middleman of a purchasing platform to allow this to happen, with Amazon saying this new shopping experience will create another way for dealers to build awareness of their selection and offer convenience to their customers. I kinda am in favor of this.
I'm skeptical.
I hear you. One of the best things about like the Tesla experience is like the lack of a need to really get sold on anything. You just buy it online and then you just have to go to the dealership to sign paperwork.
Yeah.
And same thing with like Carvana. It feels like Hyundai is trying to switch to that, but they don't want to build out the technology infrastructure to do the sales side.
I just worry about the amount of times whenever you see listings for cars online that they just aren't real. And I worry that if this is happening with like Hyundai dealerships and Amazon is just being the middleman somehow, I worry that it's going to be this automated thing that the dealers aren't fully controlling, so then listings get put online of inventory that they don't actually have, and then you get confused and frustrated, and then you go in and they're like, oh, but we have these other things, and it just feels problematic to me. I hope it works. I hope it's fine.
Listen, if I had $1 million for every time a company whose job is to sell stuff doesn't do that properly, and I have a lot of money right now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Seems like you're a little skeptical for no reason. And that's what people were towards Apple. They thought Apple would never support RCS. Well, it turns out that if you have gigantic legal battles breathing down your neck in Europe, you're gonna change a few things. And that's exactly what Apple announced yesterday, that RCS support is now coming to iPhone. So RCS stands for Rich Communication Service, and it's a step up from the current texting platforms that happen with SMS and MMS, and it's something that Google and Android have been pushing for Apple to support for years. Now, I did see a lot of people talk about how this was like a victory for the green bubbles, but like if Apple is supporting RCS, they're still gonna make RCS texts green. They're adding this on to iMessage, they're not replacing iMessage with it. So they're just supporting it. With Apple saying later next year, we will be adding support. We believe RCS Universal Profile will offer a better interoperability experience when compared to SMS or MMS. This will work alongside iMessage, which will continue to be the best and most secure messaging experience for Apple users.
So nothing really changes here.
Except for when you're texting with an Android person, there will be more features. So you can get read receipts, you can get a little emoji reactions, you get higher quality video. The RCS is a better texting standard. The experience of texting with Android people on an iPhone will be closer to what iMessage is already. It's still going to be a green bubble. Or maybe they'll change it to like Poiple.
P-yellow.
P-yellow.
I just want to know if that one guy with the Android is going to ruin my group chat.
Yes.
Still.
Yes, of course.
Still?
Yes,
Okay,
because
great. That's all I want.
I guarantee Apple's still gonna make it where iMessage people are grouped into their own thing, and then anybody who uses any other protocol, SMS, MMS, or RCS, gets lumped into this others category.
And then you end up in one of those group chats where somebody holds down on something to laugh at it, and then it just says, so-and-so laughed at this, and then somebody laughs at that message because it's funny that they said it instead of it just popping up in an iMessage thing, and it just becomes a chain of people laughing at the laughs at the laughs at the laughs at that.
Yeah, well, speaking of the domino effect and chains of things happening, that's exactly what's going on in China right now. The 7900 XTX, turns out the way that you get people to buy AMD's flagship GPU, you get rid of Nvidia's flagship, because as of today, the 4090 can no longer be sold in China, and that has now led to the 7900 XTX seeing price increases all across the country in anticipation that this is going to be the next hot thing. Additionally, this is happening with things like the RTX 4080 or the 4070 Ti, and it does lead to questions implications of if the 4090 is banned in China and AMD is selling more 7900 XTXs in China, could we potentially start seeing shortages here on the Western side of places and make it so that our prices also go up because all of these GPUs are being sold in China? Who knows? Could be a ripple domino effect that's happening. Haven't had dominoes in a while. And AMD's experiencing a little bit more perkiness in their GPU department thanks to a benchmark coming out of how the 7900M flagship mobile GPU performs. And it turns out that it does beat the RTX 4090 if you use the Vulkan API. So you can see right here that it hits 171,000 points in Vulkan, whereas the 4090 laptop only does a pathetic paltry 157. But if you switch the tables and use OpenCL, well, then the 4090 is about 25% faster. The 7900 10% faster in Vulkan, the 4090 is 25% faster in OpenCL. A lot of this is driver stuff by AMD, but it is good to see that their flagship mobile GPU is at least going toe-to-toe with the 4080, 4090. It's going to be a good experience with and if ever AMD actually officially launches that thing. I would like to see it one day. That would be great. But speaking of laptops, on the Nvidia side of things, it looks like we're not going to be getting an update this coming January from Nvidia like we have nearly every single year as long as I've been an adult. Probably not that long.
It's a long time.
You call me old? I can't win. Like, you call me old, but then people on the internet are like, Brett looks like a baby. Anyways, a spokesperson for XMG said that neither XMG nor Shanker plan to introduce laptop with Nvidia GPUs other than those currently known and available during the first quarter. Even minor updates such as increased VRAM are not slated. Graphics chips based on Ada Lovelace architecture may remain the most recent Nvidia offerings even in the medium term. In the desktop PC sector, there is already speculation about a possible Super or Ti models, while the laptop GPU rumor mill remains comparatively quiet. So allegedly, no Super for the laptops. Laptops are going to stay boring and normal. So that likely means that Nvidia's CES announcement, which is happening on January 8th, might focus on desktop cards. And now we got new details that they're discontinuing some of the RTX 40 series. They're done making them for right now. That's the RTX 4070 Ti that you need to say goodbye to, your card, and the RTX 4080. Send off to good sailors that, I mean, the 4070 Ti was slightly better value, but the 4080, good riddance almost. But this is coming out of Board Channels, which is a source that congregates all the details from board partners for AMD, Nvidia, and Intel, and them saying that the 4080 and 4070 Ti has had their last distribution of goods. It's over. And now they're just waiting and anticipating for what is going to be replacing those, which gives more credence to the idea that we are getting a 4080 Super and a 4070 Ti Super and a 4070 Super. Those are the three. The 4070 Tisiper. I'm calling it that from now on. I'm not going to stop. The 4070 Tisiper. If they're going to go wild with their naming schemes, I'm going to mock them relentlessly. We're going to have to wait until January to see how true all of this is, but all of the signs are coming together to converge that yes, we are getting a 4070 Tisiper, a 4080 Super, and a 4070 Super. Yeah, that one's French. We're expecting a 20% increase on the 4070. We're expecting a 10% increase on the 4070 Ti, and then a 5% increase on the 4080. That's the general expectations that we have. Did you expect comment response?
I thought it was done.
No, we're doing it again. Can't stop me. TYNS and OFALs just being very kind to us, saying, you guys have a great channel. I love the summary of tech news, done fairly and unbiased. Been listening for a long time now, and it gets better and better. OFAL saying, my newest favorite morning show. Thanks for getting the tech news out there daily. You're welcome. Additionally, I just want to point out, I specifically, Kyler as well, he can talk about it, not unbiased. I have my biases. Everybody's biased. We all have our own worldview that we perceive the world through, and that makes us biased in our own right. I try to acknowledge it where it exists, but I'm definitely biased for sure, 100%.
Oh, I'm biased.
Are you trying to say based?
Yeah, those are the same thing, right?
Slightly different. The Angry Medic said, I grabbed the wrong 3080 Ti from EVGA last year just before their death announcement and still kind of irked about it. You are the Angry Medic. Was hoping for a trade up, but here we are. Here's hoping Battlemage can tick the right boxes for the same price. Would like the push viewer flying a little harder than the kneecap XT3 card will allow. We're hoping for you. Ukami saying, the thing is, AMD's 780i GPUs don't perform that much lower, around 30 watts or even 15 watts either. So I'm not sure how much competitive those Intel iGPUs are actually going to get. Not to mention, by the time those things are released, chances are AMD will release the RDNA 3.5 4 version on a 3nm node. So ... got. Number
got
one,
bored.
I addressed the second comment already in yesterday's episode of Hot News. You're responding to something that I already gave an answer to, and that is, I'm happy that Intel is competitive. I'm not saying they're winning. Secondly, your first point is backwards. The problem isn't AMD gets worse performance at lower wattage, it's that we don't know how Intel scales at higher wattage. Sure, AMD might be more efficient, but we're not clear at what the potential is for Intel's iGPU. So I don't care what AMD's GPU runs at 15 watts. I want to find out what Intel's GPU runs at like at 45 watts because their 28 watts is doing really well. I want to know what the scaling is like on Intel's side, regardless of what the scaling is like on AMD's side. Chris saying, I would love a PS Portal review from you guys. Looking to buy one since they are still up for order where I live. I love mine. I've been smitten. I got the bug. It is everything that I wanted the Portal to be, and everybody who's trying to tell me, but you should have done this, you don't get it. You just don't understand. I would have gladly paid more for that device. Don't tell Sony. I am thankful that it exists.
I am thankful that Brett got me one.
Superfly saying, is it just me or does Reese's accent sound even more South African since his return home? It absolutely does.
Yeah,
that.
that's for sure.
He slips right back into that thick accent. He knows how to do it really well. Steven saying, is the audio messed up or just me?
It's just you.
So it turns out that the microphone that we actually use for Hot News, which is very close to our face, for whatever reason did not record due to a bug in OBS. And so what you heard was an AI enhanced version of the camera microphone, which is a good 6.5, 7 feet away from us. Like, the fact that it sounded that close to how this thing sounds is wild.
And it's not like a fancy mic, it's just the onboard camera microphone.
Yeah, it's like the one, I don't even know where it is on the
Me
camera.
either.
The fact that it sounded like that, I was amazed. Like, we saved the audio with AI and it was wild. Anyways, no, it was just you. The audio wasn't working. See you Monday. Wait. Oh my gosh, we forgot to talk about the giveaway. Don't forget to come join us for the PC giveaway. We'd love to have you there. We'll have another one afterwards. We always got a PC giveaway going on. We never stop giving away
Look at
PCs.
this. You don't want this? It's beautiful.
Oh, it's heavy too. That's gonna cost me a butt ton in shipping. I haven't even shipped out all of the Cannonball prizes yet, and I've already spent like close to $1,000 in shipping out prizes. It's been pain. Owie! See you Monday. What?